Jesus' name.
Amen.
We need to pray. We need to pray again. Because when God speaks, the wise listen. Amen. Pray for schools. All the schools in South Africa. Pray for all the schools in South Africa. Pray for the teacher. Pray for the student. Pray for the student. I see a spirit of killing one another in the school. We should pray for all the students. Pray for all the teachers. Pray for all the leaders, the SGPs of different schools in South Africa. We should pray. I see a system of killing. I see some children have just already made up themselves like a cult inside the school, operating to be killing one another. We should pray. God told me, children of power, you will escape that attack.
Amen.
Anyone that is connected to this ministry, you will escape that attack.
Amen.
So shall it be.
Amen.
So shall it be.
Amen.
God bless you.
Yes, indeed, Peter. Thank you so much. Let's go back to the top story, the death of Enoch Mpianzi, Elena at Parktown Boys High School here in Johannesburg. We have our reporter now who's been following the story for us since this morning, Mahlako Komani, who joins me now in studio. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming through. A Gauteng pupil has been stabbed and killed near his school in Kokosi in Fochville. The grade 8 Tuto Kitso secondary school pupil was allegedly stabbed by a grade 12 pupil from a nearby secondary school yesterday. For more now on this incident, let us speak on the line to the Gauteng Education Department spokesperson, Steve Mabona. Steve, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through. So we understand that this is a grade 12 girl who stabbed and killed a grade 8 boy.
Teacher has been shot at by a group of unknown men who posed as parents at the Buhlabetu primary school at Inanda in Durban. The teacher is now in hospital, we understand. Security measures have been put in place at the school today. Let me bring in reporter Simpiwe Makanya, who's working the story for us. Simpiwe, what do we know with regards to the circumstances surrounding the shooting?
A 24-year-old female student from Fort Hare University has been arrested for the murder of a 24-year-old male student on the institution's Ellis campus.
Gauteng Education MEC Banyazali Sufi will visit the family of the 13-year-old Keamohetswe Sean Seboko in Eldorado Park, south of Johannesburg today. The grade 7 learner from Laerskool Becker in Magaliesburg was found dead in the hostel's swimming pool on Wednesday afternoon. The Education Department says that learners at the school will continue to receive counseling tomorrow. Mahlako Komane reports.
Tulas, you are correct. We are emotionally drained, emotionally devastated. It has been really difficult for us since the beginning of the academic year. And this morning we got an information that one of our learners got a seizure and unfortunately fell on from the third floor. And the paramedics tried everything, and they rushed him to the hospital, unfortunately passed on, and by that time he was with his family. And we want to extend our sincere condolences to the family, to the school community, and to the friends. It's really difficult for all of us here, and we can't even explain why we're having this bad spell within the education sector. As you correctly alluded, his death brings the total tally to 11 deaths since the beginning of the school calendar. It's very difficult and it's very painful to us.
MEC, I mean, and I can imagine how difficult it must be for you, and I've seen you in the last few weeks. But tell me about what you are observing, especially in the last few weeks. What are some of the big contributors to the fatalities in schools? I mean, children going to school should be able to come back home safely, unless, of course, there's a major incident that happens that's outside of anyone's control.
To be quite frank to us, it's quite clear. The lawlessness that was outside the school premises is now coming inside the school premises. We're having situations where we never thought that schools will go through those difficulties. And unless we request the divine intervention, we also request our traditional leaders and request parents and community leaders to come to our rescue.